Once again, your Sacramento Kings.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brett Berrying, and let's go straight over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The King.
I bet they are. Thank you, D.A. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Marcus Morris is out there with Kennard. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Ibaka. And it's George in at the 2 spot. And for Sacramento, Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. Fox is out there with Halliburton. And it's Thompson in at the 5. Rome in the paint. And tonight, a battle between conference rivals. These teams, Brent, know each other very well.
Very few surprises for either opponent tonight in this game, Kevin. I think they actually send Christmas cards to one another. They know each other that well. Who is going to execute when it matters? That's going to be the difference.
Barnes outside. Passes it to Halliburton. Drains it from beyond the arc.
That's a pretty easy opportunity for a teammate, all courtesy of Harrison Barnes.
Outside Jackson. Pass to George. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And here's Barnes for 3. It's hauled in by George.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Ibaka, the pass to George. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
You know, the early years when Paul George came into the league with the Pacers, you wondered how his frame would fill out. It's filled out nicely.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
What's up?
Throw good, Paul George.
Think about Paul George in his second year in the NBA being named the most improved player. He's just gotten better from that point. And you don't have to win an award every year to prove it.
Shot from 12. They get it again. Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Kennard against Barnes. Kennard's shot is off.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there. And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
There's the pass to George. And he drops that one in. George has got 7 points.
Paul George showing his offensive confidence right there, just letting that one go as soon as it touches his hands.
Fox passes to Barnes. Thompson surveying the floor. Back to Barnes. Shot clock at 5. Over Kennard. Barnes can't get it to go.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
Trying to get open is Ibaka. Sacramento grabs the miss. Outside, Fox. Over Morris. Here's Thompson. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, might as well go to the slow-mo.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Kings ahead, up 3. And we'll be back with you right after this. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about the Kings here in this one so far?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well, but so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Clippers right now, Bledsoe is out there with Johnson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum, and it's Mann in at the 3, the small forward. Both free throws good from Hield.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Pass to Johnson. Rejected by Len.
While putting the wingspan to great use, Len throws that one away.
Batum against Holmes. Lays it up off the glass. Holmes got the lead up to 7 now for the Kings.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Len with the block. Here's Mitchell. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Bledsoe passes to Johnson. 1:36 left in the first half. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Kings. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And the dunk by Len.
This guy's got a great nose for the offensive glass, and I like how he used those long arms that time to reach up and snag that rebound.
Bledsoe with it. Now guarded by Len. And Eric Bledsoe, a special kind of athlete.
And 3 separate knee surgeries in the rear view, but still so fast, his teammates call him Ferrari. The way he's built, a muscle car might be more accurate.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
Eric Bledsoe bounced around a little bit in the early part of his career under the tutelage of Chris Paul when he first came into the league. Seems like he's found a home here and very much settling into his role.
Good on both. Sacramento leading by 9. Fox deciding where to go with it. Takes a shot at the elbow. Goes back up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Kings have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. And so Jones nails both of them.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And George kicks to Jackson. Back to George. Overhealed. Los Angeles with another miss. Here's Sacramento. They're on a 10-2 run here. Now, here is Halliburton. Tight defense on him. Here's Jones. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. For Sacramento, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. First free throw is good. So he gets them both. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Jackson. No good that time. Good work defensively by Fox. And it's Sacramento's ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Outside, Jones. Healed with it. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And so it's Sacramento. 13 points up at the end of the period. Defensively, they have gotten after it. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. The second quarter got a lot more exciting for them as they were putting... And that's going to do...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. Halliburton is out there with De'Aaron Fox, and it's Thompson in at center. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. And Fox gets it to go. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys.
Yes,
They're truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
The Kings have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. That's good from Barnes.
You think about Harrison Barnes when he won an NBA championship in his 3rd year in the league after being the 7th pick in the 2012 NBA draft.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Mitchell in for Halliburton. Barnes hits them both. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Mann passes to Zubac. Passes to Mann. Johnson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Puts it up. He's off on that one. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. To the middle. Here's Fox. That shot missing. Good D by Johnson.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Mann passes to Johnson. Batum wide open. He fires. No good with the triple. And so it's Bagley with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. And Batum kicks to Johnson. 1:05 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Mann. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shoots over Fox. Mann can't hit. Bagley finds Fox. And he comes up with the deuce.
Becoming more confident and a little bit more poised in terms of how he scores is De'Aaron Fox.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Zubac the pass to Johnson. Over Fox. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Pass to Holmes. He dishes it to Mitchell. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
For Sacramento, they have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. Both teams deciding to change it up. And Mitchell drops them both. Clippers trail by 17. George looking over the floor. And the pass to Hartenstein. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Sacramento out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Luke Kennard out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. And there's Jackson. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5 down low.
And I like the subtle adjustment he made to create a little space for that one.
Yeah, that's an awesome finish there for sure. Not allowing that big guy to have his way or alter the shot.
Feeds it to George. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Well, he knows how to score, and he does just that. Don't let Paul George fool you. He can finish inside.
Here's Len. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Clippers trail by 17. Here's Kennard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is unhealed. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
And he knocks down the first one. Sacramento making a switch here. Madu's checked in. Marcus Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Both shots good from the stripe. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Now, here is Halliburton. Here's Mitchell. It's hauled in by Paul George.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
And yes, it's good.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
There's 1:40 left to play here in the 4th. That's tipped. Paul George with the steal. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
The free throw drops for Jackson. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Jackson hits both of them. 1:31 left in the game. Pass to Halliburton. Barnes against Kennard. Passes it to Halliburton. Drops in the tray. And the Kings lead by 14.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Kings.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Barnes.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Fox against Jackson. Pass to Halliburton. From the top of the key, and the jumper falls for him.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And that's going to do it tonight.